Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. On the ground, it's Hill. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the wide receiver. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Russell will throw for it on 4th. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Keelan Russell finds the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers. They make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Russell. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Makes the catch. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but this guy has been locked in. He's 5 for 6 on the opening drive of the game, and the coaching staff felt like he had a great week of preparation coming into this one. I think they were expecting him to have this hot start.
Quarterback will keep it. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
Black 14, black. Can't get him to the ground. Excellent discipline by this defense. They keep everything in front of him, and they make the big 4th down stop.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game. The offense does a really good job getting into the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Here's a little room there. Past the 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the 2nd level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the 2nd level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Throwing Russell. The sure hands, it's Hill. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. The option look. Now the pitch. Maybe a crease. They get him corralled, but not before. They have their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Pulls and fires complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that's why you hustle football. So many guys getting there, and yes, does he break some tackles and make a play, but the next guy flying in there, and he's trying to break all these tackles, but all these guys, and what happens? All these guys got their hands near the football. Somebody gets a hand on it, forces the fumble, forces the turnover, and the big momentum swing back to the other side.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Running inside, it's Riley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Going for it all. Touchdown, Alabama! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Mobley. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. On the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll toss it. Finding some room. They bring him down. A big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Here comes the option. The option, he'll keep it. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Here's Carr to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that third down. They hit the drag route. They get a nice gain, but that now sets up fourth down with more yards to go, and it's decision time. I think.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This is a gamble that could blow up in your face, going for it on 4th and long from their own 43. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation and see if they can catch the defense now.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open and try to make plays in the passing game.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. Wide receiver comes in motion. 4th down, Russell. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Man, that's why these quarterbacks are just so hard to defend. It's a pass play. He drops back. 1st down. Got to play the whole field up. Scrambles around. Runs for a 1st down. New set of downs. New set of problems.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They'll send the back in motion. Find some fresh air.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good game for this offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Keelan Russell dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown time. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. Goes to the option. Pulls it on the option. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the 2nd quarter.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Nice pickup, gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires downfield. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's got it down the field. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
On the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Carr. Catch in the middle. It's Walton. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Snagged out of the air. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Finding open areas across the 35. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And that's the danger on 3rd and short as a defense, right? You line all those bodies up close to the line of scrimmage. If you let the running back into the second level, you know it's going to be a big one. A nice effort that time by the safety, making a touchdown-saving tackle.
Complete. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And he's not going to be able to convert. Knocked down just inches shy of the first down.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
He looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Russell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Russell. Working on the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. It's 3rd and 5. They go play action with Russell. Fires to the tight end. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the 1st down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Going for it on 4th down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. Quarterback keeps it. Might have a chance. He's brought down, but not before he picks out the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. They'll run the option. Pulls it and runs it again. Turning it on. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Throwing, Carr. Caught by Williams on the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. Carr above the noise. He makes the grab. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Carr. Got the back over the middle.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
This quarterback part of their running game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Here's Carr to throw. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So now it's 2nd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. They'll run the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. C.J. Carr firing again. He's going for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The Irish punch back. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Tide ready to roll on offense. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here, a couple of first downs, maybe a score, and they could put this thing away. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback keeper. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. The run inside. It's Hill. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Carr. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Finds a man on the right. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense. Understanding, hey, David, we need one play, and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm into this game right now.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throwing Russell. Quickly to the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To throw, it's Russell. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.